How's it going, everybody? This is Dalton with Remax Momentum out here in Brighton, Colorado. And this is my story as to why I decided to get into real estate. So, to talk about why I got into real estate, I need to go back and tell you about what I was doing before. So, fresh out of high school, I started working at Starbucks, which is still probably one of my favorite jobs. It was a very fast-paced environment. I really loved making the coffee. I loved having free coffee, and I loved the people I worked with and the people I got to meet every day. It's probably the biggest thing I miss about that job. After I was working at Starbucks, I ended up getting my now wife pregnant and decided, well, I didn't decide, but working for $10-12 an hour just really wasn't going to cut it if I'm going to try to raise a family. So I decided to get my CDL, and I ended up working for a propane company out here delivering propane throughout Denver. I did that for probably about almost 4 years, and in that 4 years things just got really repetitive for me, and it was a pretty physically demanding job. You know, I'm out moving 55-pound bottles of propane, doing 200 bottles a day. I'll let you do the math on that, but after a while it gets kind of old doing that shit every single day. And I got to the point where, I was just exhausted. I wasn't taking care of myself, eating junk food every day, gas station, 7-Eleven crap. I was drinking insane amounts of energy drinks. I was drinking a lot of beer, a lot of alcohol, and I just got to the point where I was sick of it. I didn't like doing that to myself. I didn't like being a grumpy dude to my family and my kid, and just enough was enough. I started looking around on YouTube on trying to find a different career path that might fit me. I knew I didn't really have experience. I didn't go to college. I couldn't really get into the business field or the technology side of things without going to school. And I just didn't really have the time or the money to do all that. I stumbled across Brian Casella. He is on YouTube. That's his channel. You search up Brian Casella and you'll find him. But I watched his story. He was 26-year-old when he started real estate, had no sales experience. And I decided, if he can do it, I can do it. And I followed him for a couple months and decided to take the leap. I quit my job July of 2018, started real estate school that same day. I finished up my real estate school in about 2.5 months and got my license, I think it was the beginning of October. The reason I decided, or I gravitated more towards real estate was, like I said, I didn't have any sales experience. This is a sales job. You're mostly selling yourself. There's a million agents out there, especially here in Denver. So the market's very saturated with agents, which is fine. I'd say 20% of them are any good, and I'm in that 20%, which is great. But the big draws I had towards real estate and the real estate career was I had, more control over my time in my life. I didn't have a boss. I didn't have to be at the office at 8 a.m. every day or 9 a.m. every day. I don't even have to go into the office if I don't want to. I can do all my work from home, which is amazing, especially when you have 2 kids running around. So yeah, it gave me more freedom with my time. I essentially put in the work that I expect to get results out of. So if I want to work 50, 60 hours a week, I can work 50, 60 hours a week. If I want to work 20 hours this week, I can work 20 hours this week. And, it's really up to me whether I sink or swim in this field. And, working my previous job delivering propane, I was on a set schedule, a set route every single day, and repeated every week or so. And, I see the same people. I didn't really get to meet new people very often, or let alone talk to anybody. I maybe had 10 to 12 stops a day. So that's maybe 10 or 12 interactions with people a day. And it just wasn't, I missed that social aspect of my life I had before at Starbucks. And I think that's one of the big things that I enjoy now in this career is that I get to meet new people every day. I get to meet new people every weekend when I'm doing open houses. I get to see and help these people that are about to make one of the biggest financial decisions in their life. And, my first couple months in the real estate game, meeting other agents outside of my office, I come to find out that there's a lot of sleazy real estate agents out there. And, essentially these people need my help because they need someone that's going to look out for them and their best interests and not someone that's just looking for a paycheck. And that brings me on to my next point. The paychecks are pretty nice. I am on a 100% commission, or I'm in a 100% commission field, which means if I'm not selling homes, I'm not getting paid. But at the same time, there's no limit to how many homes you can sell. So there's really no limit to the income you can have coming in. And I think that's also exciting. You make a lot of money. It also frees up your time. It also frees up what you can do as far as, hanging out with the family. I decided on a whim that I'm going to go camping next week or something. I don't have to check in with my boss and say, hey, is it okay if I get next Friday and Saturday and Sunday off so I can go hang out with my kids and, use my set PTO time and blah, 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 blah. That's not it in this business. It's up to me. I'm an independent contractor, which means I work for myself. I'm licensed under RE/MAX, but I'm essentially paying them. And, that's about it. I mean, the pay is nice. I have more freedom over my time. I get to meet new people and help new people. And I think also one of the biggest things is just the challenge altogether in this. You got to have strong mental fortitude in this game because there are a lot of peaks and plateaus in this business to where, sure, I can make $20,000 one month, but I may not get paid again for another 2-3 months. And that's just the reality of this business, especially starting out as a new agent. Like I don't really have that pipeline built up to where I'm constantly getting deals in and I'm constantly selling homes or getting new listings or getting buyers into new places. So a majority of my time is spent finding these new clients. And you got to deal with a lot of rejection in this business. And, some people just aren't cut out for it. I've seen plenty of people complain about not getting deals done and complaining on social media about it. I'm like, those people on social media are potential clients and customers. They see you can't handle your own emotions. What makes you think they're going to trust you when it comes to selling their house or helping them make one of the biggest financial decisions in their life? So that about sums it up, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will be posting maybe 1 or 2 videos a week, and I'm looking forward to bringing you guys along on this journey.